7 mistakes people make when buying vacant land. Vacant land. So much potential. Whether you're dreaming of building a home, parking your camper, hunting, or making an investment. But before you sign on the dotted line, watch out. One mistake could turn that dream into a nightmare. Stick with me as we cover the 7 biggest land buying mistakes so you don't end up with a property you can't use, or worse, one that becomes a costly regret. Mistake number 1, not checking the zoning and land use regulations. Now, there's a lot of words there, but not all land is created equal. Just because it's for sale doesn't mean you can actually build what you want to on it. Some land is zoned for agricultural, commercial use, or even protected wetlands, meaning your dream home might be a no-go. Even if it's zoned residential, there could be restrictions like you have to build a home before you can build a pole barn, or the township doesn't allow you to run a business out of your home. A lot of townships don't allow camping as well, so always checking with the local zoning office before buying is a smart choice. Mistake number 2, skipping a survey and doing that due diligence. Well, have you ever been lost even when using those directions on your phone or using a map? Not a great feeling, right? Now imagine that, but with land that you just bought. A property survey defines exact boundaries and reveals easements, encroachments, and without one, you might find out that your future driveway is actually on somebody else's land, or that your neighbor's shed is on yours. So worst case scenario, you start building on the land that doesn't even belong to you. So get a current survey to avoid expensive headaches later down the road. Mistake number 3, overlooking soil and drainage issues, also called Perk tests. So if you're buying land to build on, you want to make sure you can actually flush. A Perk test can be completed by the local health department to determine if the soil drains well enough for a septic system to be installed on the property. Most new splits of land require the Perk test to be completed prior to selling, but you want to make sure you have that record. And if you're looking at an older piece of land, maybe a Perk test was never completed or required. And if the Perk test fails, you may need an expensive alternative septic solution, or you may find out the land isn't buildable at all. Let's be honest, nobody dreams of outhouse living. Check for flood zones, drainage patterns, and all that good stuff to avoid any other water drainage issues. Mistake number 4, assuming utilities and road access are available. So not all land comes with power, water, or even a way to legally get to it, even though that it should. And unless you're planning to live off the grid, that's a problem. Running utilities can be extremely costly, or in some cases, not even possible. Before buying, contact utility providers to confirm availability and costs. Also check if there's a deeded road easement. You don't want to find out later that you need permission to drive to your own land. Mistake 5, ignoring future development and resale value. Picture this, you buy a quiet piece of land, birds are chirping, the breeze is peaceful, and then boom, dump trucks roll into the next door lots. Future development can either increase your property's value or turn it into something less desirable. Research local master plans, look for planned roads, subdivisions, commercial developments, or even landfills or gravel pits. The last thing you want is to buy what feels like a secluded retreat, only to end up next to a highway or an industrial park. Mistake number 6, forgetting about building restrictions and HOAs. Think you can build whatever you want? Not so fast. If the land's in a subdivision or governed by an HOA, which is also known as a homeowners association, there could be strict rules on house size, exterior materials you can use, fencing, even landscaping. Some HOAs have fees that add to your costs as well. Read the HOA's covenants, conditions, restrictions before buying, so you're not stuck with unexpected limitations. If you have specific questions, your realtor can get in touch with the president or someone on the homeowners board to get your questions answered before you commit to a parcel within a development governed by an HOA. Number 7, assuming that land loans are easy to get. Buying land with a loan isn't as simple as buying a house. Bank seed land is a bigger risk, so your costs might be higher than you expect. Most land loans require larger down payments, often 20% or more, and have higher interest rates. Some lenders won't even finance raw land at all. So if you're not talking about cash, talk to lenders early and to understand what your options are. A knowledgeable realtor can also connect you with lenders who specialize in vacant land financing. At least the good ones can. Buying land can be a great investment if you do it the right way. If you're thinking about purchasing vacant land, I'd love to help guide you through the process. Let's find the right property with no surprises along the way. I'm TJ Shimek with Team Shimek Real Estate and the Mitten Group. Be sure to subscribe below to my channel for all things real estate and living here in Northern Michigan. Until next time, see you later.